You all right, Ty?
Yeah, good luck, D.
Oh, no.
Not again. Indianapolis Colts get a massive win over the Las Vegas Raiders. And it has been a little bit difficult to kind of sit here and relax, and not just completely go banana land about Jeff Saturday, friend of mine, former teammate, taking over the Indianapolis Colts team, which was completely inept before this week. It's been difficult not to just, kind of start diving into the hypocrisy of the fucking losers on television who felt the need to be puppets. Oh, tell me what to say. Tell me how I should feel. You're putting me on your television. I don't have any actual thoughts of my own. Because if I did have thoughts of my own, it wouldn't sound anything like what I'm saying right now. For instance, Joe Thomas, one of those humans who we have a lot of respect for. A lot of respect for Joe Thomas on a football field, okay? Joe Thomas was great left tackle. Terrible teams, great left tackle. Never made the playoffs, great left tackle. He gave a compelling argument about how disgraceful and disgusting it is that not only that Jeff Saturday was hired as an interim head coach, which means the head coach got fired. We got to finish this season. It is a fucking shit show. As an interim head coach, not only him being hired, but Jeff Saturday even accepting the job. How did Jeff Saturday even think that he was ready for this type of position? What type of piece of shit is basically what Joe Thomas was saying. Once again, probably being a puppet, being told to say these types of things. Put me on TV, I don't have a job yet. And that's so funny because Joe Thomas was on our show. This is what Joe Thomas said whenever I asked him about the Cleveland Browns potentially needing an interim head coach just a couple years ago.
Who would want to be the head coach for the Browns, and why aren't you potentially going to be the head coach of the Browns?
To maybe make a spoiler alert, that I'm throwing my hat in, and I'd like to be the next coach of the Cleveland Browns.
Okay, so Joe Thomas said he would like to be the next coach of the Cleveland Browns whenever they were looking for a new coach. There's backlash and fire everywhere, and Bill Cowher goes on CBS. Bill Cowher, who was hired at the age of 34 to become the Pittsburgh Steelers head coach. And Bill Cowher, a man who I am a fan of, William Cowher did a lot of great things for Pittsburgh. Yeah, his jaw, his spit, his passion, his intensity, his yinzerness was something that was very inspiring for all of us. Bill Cowher, shut the fuck up, dude. He said, why didn't John Fox get the job? Why didn't Gus Bradley get the job? It's their first year in the building, and to be honest, the team has stunk since they got there. You think Jim Irsay, who wants to hire an interim head coach, goes, you know what, these guys just got here, and although they're doing okay, the defense isn't bad, do I want to hire these guys who don't know anybody here? They're just working with the team. They don't know the building. They don't know how we operate. They literally just fucking got here, and our team hasn't been good. Jim Irsay says, do I want to hire them? Or Jim Irsay say, you know what, give me a guy who played 13 years here, Jeff Saturday. And what are your thoughts about future players maybe becoming a little bit more fast-tracked into positions of importance whenever it comes to coaching in the NFL, and you maybe being a blueprint for that, Jeff? Is that pressure?
Yeah.
Pressure? Or
no. I love it. Part of the decision, when my wife and I were talking about this and praying about it and considering it, I was at a place where I worked at ESPN where I watched, Boone go from he and I talking about baseball on a Sunday night to being the manager of the Yankees, right? I saw a ton of basketball guys come in, and all of a sudden they are, head coaches at different organizations. And I've watched it, and the truth is I hadn't seen it happen in the NFL. I'm sure it has happened at some point, but, I wasn't familiar with it.
Did you hear all the conversation about you not earning this role and you not being prepared for this role? Even though you played 13 years for the Indianapolis Colts, you fucking were the person that handled the CBA negotiations so football happened again. Did you hear all that? How do you block that out?
My family did a good job. They were saying, you wait till you hear. I'm like, I don't care if I ever hear it. Really, because hey, listen, I got to tell everybody, I didn't call for advice, right? Like, I wasn't asking. So it's not going to change anything. I'm very convicted in what I'm doing and excited for the opportunity.
Had you ever talked to Jim Irsay about being a coach in the NFL? Why do you think Jim called you in the middle of that Patriots game and effectively offered you the job?
I had been offered a few times from different organizations, actually. And so the first call that I got from Jim during the game that everybody made such a big deal about was literally just about sacks. And the funny thing was, I wasn't even watching the game. I was prepping for ESPN, so I wasn't going to get to the Colts until they were at 7 p.m. on my schedule, right? So as my role from consulting, this wasn't the first time I had talked to Frank or Chris to the O-line coach or Jim about things that were going on and how to solve problems. So I think that was just the familiarity part of it. As far as the coaching side of it, none of that happened until much later in the evening.
Everybody needs to recognize that this Vikings team is different. Kevin O'Connell's got the boys buzzing. Justin Jefferson went for 193 yesterday. 193 yards receiving yesterday in one game, Justin Jefferson did. And it's not like he came out of nowhere. Everybody on earth knows Justin Jefferson's the guy. His grill says he's the guy, and he still went for 193. Maybe had the best catch in the last 5 years, maybe?
Yeah.
Going up and on a 4th and 18, got to have it down 4 in the 4th. He goes up, reaches in between Lewis's hands and says, give me that. Then, defying physics somehow, keeps the ball off the ground with Lewis's hand, and then boom, snags that thing in, stands up and knows that what he just accomplished, there ain't a lot of other motherfuckers that ever existed could pull off the same damn thing. Josh Allen goes right down the field. Now, Gabe Davis's catch, Walt Anderson says, not an actual catch. We should have stopped it and reviewed it. Yeah, you should have. You're the only people that can do it in under 2 minutes. Why is that a thing? Bill Belichick's asking a question. We're all echoing the same sentiment. Can't have this happen, especially in the biggest game of the year. The Vikings and the Bills, two wagons playing each other. The Vikings are very new to being the team in the NFC North, but the entire country needs to recognize that they are the team in the NFC North and a problem. This can't happen. Obviously, Walt Anderson said this is an incompletion and they would have overturned it. And who knows what happens on 3rd down. Will the Bills get in? Who knows? When we talk about situational football and awareness here in overtime with the Buffalo Bills and the biggest play that was made here, before this play even starts here, there's a lot of conversation happening on the back end. What are you telling folks here?
They tried to hide this formation, what I was talking about. They came out in a 3-by-1 bunch, but they end up motioning back over to a 2-by-2. And one of their main concepts down here in the red zone is a laser Dino, which is a double post concept to try to clear out that safety to make that void in between the numbers and the hashes. Obviously, I knew that. I saw 85. He's pretty much the clear out guy. And with me having great vision on the quarterback and the receiver, it gave me an opportunity to make a play on the ball.
Dahn, that's it. Okay. We win. At what moment did you say, oh, shit, we won? I'm going to get down.
Soon as he threw it.
Because face mask, obviously, 15 yards, big deal. There's a clear grab.
Yeah, that's so obvious.
So you should be able to challenge that, obviously. Yeah. You should be able to get that. You can't, but I see the internet has become very loud about the NFL rigging games, in refs rigging games. Yes. I'd like to let everybody know that I don't know how that would be good for either party. I don't know how the NFL would benefit long-term when you're talking about like trillions of dollars, or how the sports book would benefit long-term when you're talking trillions of dollars. It's like whenever you get to a point of getting a certain amount of money, are you just going to want to fucking kill it so you don't get to this amount? I think with the way sports books or brains are and with NFL brains are, I think they would want to build this up long before they would start rigging the game. If we're thinking just from they would do that standpoint, let's give them a little bit more credit and assume that they would do it and they would wait until it was a much larger piece of the pie.
On that last play, we just called sticky, and it was like, hey, if Terry's open, give it to him. If not, just take a sack. In my mind, I was like, this guy better be wide the hell open for me to throw it to him if I'm just taking the sack. So, I took a knee there, and I saw Reddit coming in. I was like, oh, this might be a little too close. But then I saw Graham coming in, and I was like, please hit me. And sure enough, he did. And I got the flag. So, yeah, it was a good little deal.
Whenever you take a knee, stop it when he takes a knee. Boom. He's 6 yards away from you here. We did the calibration for it, actually. Now, that was a weird fucking knee. Taylor, why was that the knee of choice? Just giving yourself up, double knee, let's go ahead and sprawl on this ground as fast as possible?
Exactly. I wasn't really thinking of how I was going to take a knee. I just knew I was going to get on the ground.
So that's in your head. You're running, and you're like, all right, I got to get down here, and you just first react, let me fucking jump down on it. Yeah. It's amazing because I think you baffled Graham. Like, I think it was like a little bit of a baffling. Did the whistle come quick, you think?
Well, I remember I was on the ground for a good bit. He came in hot and got me. Right when he hit me, I looked at the ref. I was like, yo, what the fuck?
What do you have the rest of the day? Anything cool? What are you doing?
About to put a couple Zens in and go home.
Oh, hell yeah! Fucking dog. Yeah! Woo!
Ladies and gentlemen, Taylor Heineke.
Yeah! Oh, man. I fucking love
Man.
that guy.
Yeah,
That's my far.
On the field, on the field.
On the field.
We're going to enjoy it, too. Like, winning is fucking hard in this league. And we're not going to act like we've been there every single time in this weird, stoicism mindset. This is the human experience. We're going to enjoy the heck out of it. I know I did. I had a healthy pour of scotch.
What?
And a cigar. I had a nice little night.
What type of scotch was it again?
Let's see. I went with a little Japanese.
What?
And I also did a little Balvenie, the 21.
What did you learn about the Packers offense on Sunday that maybe you can carry on for the rest of the year?
We have the potential to score 30 points in the game. That's what we learned.
Hell yeah.
We finally got 30. Rolling with as much momentum as we can after one win, and hopefully we've exercised some of those energetic demons, and we can follow up Sunday with another good performance Thursday.
Exercise the demon. Sorry about it. Go ahead, AJ.
Oh, you're good.
A lot of us kind of expected you to potentially pick putting because somebody on the internet fucking murdered you.
Yeah.
This is created on the internet. Darius Westbrook.
No.
Yeah, that was created on the internet. And
It's pretty good.
yeah, it was good internet. I mean, the form looks good. You all right, Ty?
Yeah, good luck to you. Oh, no. Not again. He's going to poop his pants.
He's had a rough couple weeks.
Yeah, it happened in the first hour, too.
It's
quick.
Bro, I looked over at him and he was taking his ear things off and his eyes were as big as
He
that.
said he had Pizza Hut 2 weeks ago, and it's still
Running through him. There
What
it
a
is.
putt.
There it is. There it is.
What? Deep Putts comes through for the people. Tone Diggs has been laying bricks. The Italians throughout time have been known for kicking ass at hard labor, laying bricks and things of that nature. Tone has actually been doing that in this new studio. What was that, Connor?
I mean, things of that nature. Do you want to expand on that? Or
fucking hard workers, grit. Look
Great.
it up.
Blue collar.
Absolutely.
You ever hear about it? That's the fucking Italian crew.
I have. Hey, look, I'm Irish.
Yeah,
I'm
the Irish,
Boston.
the same damn thing.
Don't
Let's
get me
not get
wrong.
crazy. The
Yeah.
Irish have been known for the same exact
When
thought.
you say things of that nature, though, I think you're implying other stuff in the cement that maybe the Italians are using to lay that brick.
You
Thank
watch your
you
fucking
for-
mouth.
Did you see
See
the
what
way
I'm
he was
doing?
laying it out?
See what I'm doing?
I thought you only had a couple of sentences coming, and then he went full.
Well, if someone looks at you the wrong way and you happen to be laying some fucking brick or cement, yeah.
What are you supposed to do? I'm a coach of the Texas men's basketball team. You all know that. A lot of people in West Virginia get all mad about me being a part of their hype video. I'm a fucking coach of the team. We win national championships. I'm cutting down the fucking nets. What do you want me to do? I'm a coach of the team. I'm sorry about it. Sorry that I'm going to cut down nets at the end of the season after March Madness is all said and done. And Coach Beards and all of us down there in Austin. At the end of the season, every player on the team is getting 35 grand. This is what's happening in Qatar right now at the Soccer Lombardi. Danish newscaster trying to break the news back to Denmark. What's going on at the World Cup?
Lige her, hvis vi drejer kameraet.
Fucking guys,
We are live on Danish television, og der kan I se, nu bliver jeg filmet, og det er forholdene her. Mister, you invited the whole world to you invited the whole world to come here. Why can't we film? It's a public place. This is the accreditation. Okay. We can film anywhere we want. You can break the camera. You want to break the camera? Okay.
Go ahead. Soccer Lombardi has certainly started with a little bit of a stumble here in Qatar. It's a shame that this is going to be the first one the United States wins. It has to be in this particular fashion, but we will be watching Monday, 2 p.m. Eastern.
That's right.
The United States of America will beat the fuck out of Wales if Qatar will let us broadcast the game. We're ranked 16th in the country.
I mean,
they might as well have said, hey, America, here's a smack right in the fucking mouth that Russell Wilson's calling Seattle Seahawks checks in a Denver Broncos uniform. What? For the Denver Broncos.
Yeah, he's lost his mind.
Nobody knows what the fuck he's talking about.
Russ is losing his mind out there. He's using audibles from the Seahawks. The guys don't know the audibles. He's using code words and the guys don't know. And if all this is happening, it's like, how? And what were the Seattle Seahawks covering up all this time? Was Russ really that much better at football when he was in Seattle? Has he fallen off?
His play is just falling off completely. Obviously, he doesn't move the same. He's not the same guy. I don't know what it is. It's alarming.
Favorite con artist all the time, Frank Abagnale.
Boom. Tom Brady.
Oh!
Close second.
Brett
Favre.
Tom Brady, there's a lot of theories bouncing around the internet about the FTX, his
Allegedly.
connections. He is certainly a part of one lawsuit already, though. Him, Larry David, Shaq,
Golden State Warriors.
Naomi Osaka. What if Tom was so skinny because he was stress eating because the whole world was fucking just falling? Hey, yeah, you're getting a divorce. Also, all your money in this is gone. And you were actually a part of it, too. You didn't know that we were doing this.
Yeah, we're going to sue your ass, too.
I was just trying to play football. I'm trying to be pliable.
And your wife's boinking a black belt now. Sorry. Probably has been for a while.
In your house.
His team's got 95
or excuse me, 29 sacks. 95's got 3.5.
Jesus. Quiet, 95
quiet
sacks.
now.
Come on,
Hey,
no chance, Aaron.
Okay, you're
put a
perfect,
flat
right,
jacket on.
Bach?
Yeah, I am perfect.
Until you
Coach.
start playing every snap, shut the fuck up. Look. Oh, hey.
I know you're from
everything's a hee-hee and a ha-ha, AJ. Yeah, hey, we beat
sleeping.
Denver. We beat Denver. They stink.
They do.
You know, we beat Denver 17-10.
All right.
They
Sorry,
suck.
Off a bye week.
Thanks for being
Don't
Ohio.
get complacent. What are they going to do to this guy?
Getting sucked up, Coach. They
Suck 'em up.
They love getting sucked up.
AJ, come
Pat's
on,
game
AJ.
day. He does.
Okay.
They're gonna suck them up bad.
Suck them up hard, Coach.
You guys want to F around?
I'm not.
Sorry, Coach.
I'm taking notes, Chuck.
We just want to get sucked up, Coach.
Get them sucked up.
Long season, coach.
Suck them up.
Don't you Eddie Haskell me either. Make sure you're fucking writing that shit down.
There's no chance.
Those backers get sucked up
Okay,
like you wouldn't believe.
let me give you a little reminder. Let me give you guys a little reminder.
Make them bust.
We went up there, AJ.
Big sale Friday. Will it be 20% off everything or will it be 25% off everything? We will find out here right now. Percents be off at. Hey, baby Chuck. Hey, baby Chuck. Let's do these journalists.
Tell him do that for 8 hours and then we'll be impressed.
Now, I will say this man appears to be the friend in the friend group that would do just about anything. His body is not necessarily ripped, but it is properly proportioned for that of an incredibly active husky male. This guy, Big Red, is a legend around here. Do not let Big Red's incredible ability to not get cold fool you. It is bitterly cold out here right now.